Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Chad. I'm here with a very special Super Bowl recap report live from the Louisiana Superdome. And as you can tell, the lighting in the background here is equivalent to what we saw in the 34-minute delay, which is nothing short of atrocious for the NFL to have caused this delay. Now, before I get into that, which is the predominant reason for this rant, I do just want to make a very small quick recap on the game. I'm very impressed with the Baltimore Ravens. They are extremely deserving of winning the Super Bowl, despite the fact that I bet against them with the San Francisco 49ers on the money line, and I was oh so close to cashing that bet, just 5 yards away. Now, I give an extensive breakdown in terms of the main reason for Baltimore winning this game coming down to execution. If you guys are interested in that, please feel free to go to the sports blog element here of bethub.com and you can read up on that. Pretty much the bottom line was third down execution for Baltimore was far superior. They went 9 of 16 compared to San Francisco 2 of 9. Jacoby Jones couldn't be tackled. The secondary continued to get burnt. It had issues down the stretch of the regular season and into the playoffs, and it came to fruition. San Francisco was moving the football all game long. They actually outgained them by 100 yards, and they did by 1.5 yards per play. From a metric standpoint, once again, Baltimore got hammered, and that's something that, was a main reason why I like San Francisco in this game. But, they had that bend but don't break defense. It came up with some clutch plays. I still don't understand the play calling from San Francisco on the two-point convert, floating it up there when they got the ball down to the 5-yard line, the little dink and dunk underneath, no effort to get the ball into the hands. Frank Gore, who was running like a beast for most part of the game, not trying to find Vernon Davis or even let Kaepernick keep it on a little sweep himself. I just do not understand the play calling. I'm not going to completely rip Jim Harbaugh because for the most part he's a great coach and does execute most of the time. Obviously a lot of the credit does go to the Baltimore defense, but nonetheless, very frustrating when you have an opportunity down 22 points to come back in this football game here and cash a massive ticket in the Super Bowl. And, a lot of the reason for them having the opportunity to come back was momentum, which was obviously aided by the lights in the background going out here. And, to me, when I saw this transpiring, all I could do is shake my head and point my finger at the man in charge, Roger Goodell, because this is nothing short of disgusting. We are talking about a multi-billion-dollar corporation who spends so much time and effort into all the other elements of the game in terms of preparation. They like to have the extra week to build it up, get the media in there, allow the media week and the talking with the players and the extra preparation with the practice, getting the logistics down, the pre-game 8-hour coverage, the halftime performances, making it all in check, but they neglect something as simple as ensuring that the lighting is correct for this football game. What a disgusting disaster. I don't want to hear the excuses about the third parties that may have affected things. Figure it out. Get extra generators in there. Get extra power surges. And if something is to go wrong, okay, fine, we can accept maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but 34 minutes? How hard is it to get things figured out right away? And truth be told, it looked like, for the most part, that this game could have started a lot earlier. There were times when you could see the lighting in the background good enough to get things going from the game's perspective, but of course the television network probably wouldn't be satisfied because they didn't want to see a poor product on the field. So once again, CBS and the boys dictate what's going on out there. And from a business standpoint from CBS, they have to be absolutely livid because of the amount of viewership that they probably lost right off the bat. Anybody that had money on San Francisco was cheering for San Francisco, or somebody that was a neutral party viewer that just wanted a competitive game said, to heck with this, why would I wait around? And I'm sure until they found out that the game was close, the ratings went into the absolute shitter in the third quarter, and I'm glad to see that happen because of the fact that these networks do oftentimes dictate the way these sporting events are played these days. So good for CBS for taking a hit there. Roger Goodell, it's an embarrassment that you don't have plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H planned out for these events here. If something like it happens, fine, okay. Have a plan ready, boom, boom, snap, snap, let the game roll on here in the next couple of minutes instead of pissing off the hundreds of millions of viewers for this game here. And it's not like this hasn't happened in the past. We saw it happen in the San Francisco-Pittsburgh game a couple of years ago. But you know what? That's a different story. That's a single isolated game in the regular season, not the Super Bowl when you have 2 weeks. That was in an older stadium that was breaking down. It was outdoors. Weather could more likely impact things. not indoors, not when you have 2 weeks to prepare. And I did hear them say in the broadcast that this did happen back in the 1980s. Phil Simms was referring to the fact that I think he was involved in the game. I couldn't quite remember. I can't stand Phil Simms. Usually when he blabs on, I just tune it out anyways. But I don't even mention it. So at least there was something there to draw from the past. They did not do a good enough job, and no apology will be good enough for wasting everybody's time with that. And I find it extremely ironic that next year the game is going to be played in an outdoor environment at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, and all the bitching and complaining from the media and even some of the players like Joe Flacco this week, we don't want to deal with the elements, we want things to go perfectly. Well, you know what? You play the game outside, and if it's played earlier in the day when there's light outside, you don't have to worry about electricity, and the game can go on no matter what. So even when you try to put things in perfect conditions of a dome, they still go wrong. So my rant that I made 2 years ago about why football games should be played outside for the Super Bowl in colder weather environments is only further having evidence backing it up here today, because there's clearly in the NFL no environment is going to be perfect and could prevent possible problems in the future. An embarrassment for the NFL to allow this to happen. Billion-dollar corporation. They put all this money into safety investigation. They go crazy with the Hall of Fame this week. They have the pre-games, but yet they neglect something as simple. BetHub.com, Chad M, with the last video rant of this NFL season. But you know what? We all enjoy wagering. For all of you guys that won in the Super Bowl, that means you have some extra cash to throw down on the NHL season. We got college hoops, NBA. And for those of you that lost, obviously you're going to be chasing some of those losses. You want to get down on some action. Go to BetHub.com. Check out the link below. We're going to be gambling all season long, no matter what the sport is. Check us out there. Start betting your friends. Use that mouth of yours. Trash talk. Check out the layout. It's going down. BetHub.com.